A lot of businesses will be allowed to reopen starting this Friday. That includes all retail shops and malls, but they must follow certain safety standards first. Stephanie Whitfield shows us what you can expect to see starting on Friday.
Starting Friday, you have the option to go shopping in person. Retailers and malls are on the list of businesses that can get back to work during phase 1 of the Open Texas plan, but they have to follow certain rules. Retailers and malls can only operate at 25% capacity. Dining areas like food courts and play areas have to stay closed. Businesses are encouraged to have a designated time of day for at-risk customers to shop or have curbside delivery available. There's a separate safety checklist for employees. All should be trained in proper hygiene and disinfecting, and they should regularly clean surfaces customers touch. Employees should be screened for symptoms of the coronavirus every day. If someone gets COVID-19, they can't come back to work until 3 days after they've recovered. If an employee is around someone who tests positive, they have to stay home for 2 weeks. Here are the recommendations for employees and customers. They should wash or sanitize their hands regularly, practice social distancing when possible, and masks are encouraged but not required. If phase 1 goes well without a spike in COVID-19 cases, Governor Greg Abbott says Texas will move on to phase 2 on Monday, May 18th. That will increase capacity to 50%. Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.